And thanks for joining us. I'm Karen Chawla. Well, dozens of people rallied on the steps of the Capitol this afternoon, crying out to lawmakers. A group called Gulf Change says those who live in Louisiana's coastal parishes are fed up with what they say is a false perception of the oil spill's aftermath. Keitha Nelson has tonight's top story.
With bold signs in hand and heavy hearts, people poured out their frustrations over the oil spill in the Gulf on the steps of the Capitol.
Our fishermen can't fish because they don't want to poison anybody.
Grand Isle resident Beverly Armand believes seafood out of the Gulf is not safe to eat. Just Friday, NOAA released a new report about seafood in the Gulf of Mexico. It says more than 1,700 tissue samples were taken into laboratories and none were found to be harmful. Armand, along with Karen Hopkins, strongly questioned those findings.
People, it's not algae blooms. It's not naturally caused by a lack of oxygen. It's oil, dispersant. It's poison.
Hopkins works for a seafood company in Grand Isle. She says business has suffered drastically following the spill, and they're currently at about 30% production.
My fishermen are hurting. This was going to be the season, the shrimp season that we had been waiting for 15 years. We had a cold winter last year. The shrimp counts were up in the Gulf. The sightings were incredible.
Hopkins said since the well was capped and the media frenzy died down, it appears things are back to normal. But she says that's far from the truth.
I was crippled when the oil hit the beaches. And now my lungs are crippled. They found chemicals in my bloodstream.
People, including Hopkins, are now claiming to be sick from the chemical dispersants used in the Gulf of Mexico. Many say their way of life has been changed forever.
I did a couple interviews. I cried. It was touching. Now I'm pissed.
They are now demanding what Hopkins calls the obvious: clean air and water. Keitha Nelson, WAFB 9 News.
NOAA's report showed 13 samples had some traces of chemical dispersants used in the oil spill, but they were not considered harmful. Gulf Change also will hold a town hall meeting this evening, and tonight at 9 they'll have a benefit concert. We'll bring you all of that tonight at 10 o'clock. Well, firefighters recovering tonight.